day without technology. What would that be like for you? Have you ever examined exactly how much you rely on today's technology? Many people go day to day without even realizing the impact that their convenient electronics are having on them. Did you know that people spend more than 700 billion minutes per month on Facebook, and over 200 million of those users actively access the social network from their mobile device each day? Today I am going to share 4 major ways that technology is directly affecting most individuals. These 4 ways are social skills, privacy, health, and emotions. First, we look at social skills. Our social skills are affected by technology now more than ever. It has taken the greatest toll on our youth around the world. According to mpdailyfix.com, Your Brain on Technology, last updated in 2008, today video game brain, internet addiction, and other technology side effects appear to be suppressing frontal lobe executive skills and our ability to communicate face to face. Instead, our brains are developing circuitry for online social networking and are adapting to a new multitasking technology culture. Dr. Gary Small, a professor of psychiatry and biobehavioral sciences and director of the UCLA Center on Aging, writes, "The average young person spends more than 8 hours each day using technology, including computers, PDAs, TVs, cell phones, etc., and much less time engaging in direct social contact. Our UCLA brain scanning studies are showing that such repeated exposure to technology affects brain circuitry, and young developing brains, which usually have the greatest exposure, are the most vulnerable. Instead of the traditional generation gap, we are witnessing the beginning of a brain gap that separates digital natives born into 24/7 technology and digital immigrants who came to computers and other digital technology as adults. We see examples of this everywhere, such as the typical 12-year-old girl teaching her mom how to use a cell phone." Next, we look at privacy. There are countless ways that newer technology raises a concern on privacy. One major thing that is being discussed all over is the use of RFIDs. That stands for Radio Frequency ID. They are tiny tags the size of a computer chip used to hold and transmit information from a distance. Their use has been seen from toll passes to the new enhanced Washington State driver's license. The tags promise convenient access through the checkpoints of all kinds, but they lack safeguards to protect unauthorized reading and collection of personal information. As a result, using them in transportation and identity documents could expose people to identity theft, tracking, and surveillance. So in what ways can technology affect my health, you may ask? To name a few, we have computer vision syndrome, carpal tunnel syndrome, obesity, traffic accidents, and male infertility. All of these are a direct result of the extremely high amount of time spent each day using technology. My last example may have sounded silly to you, but studies actually show that placing a laptop on your lap could lead to infertility in males. The heat from the laptop increases the temperature of the scrotum, giving sperm an unstable environment. Who is laughing now? Obviously all you guys. Emotions are another thing that become greatly affected. A study in the April issue of Pediatrics, published by the American Academy of Pediatrics, states that there is a new phenomenon known as Facebook depression, in which kids can become depressed when they compare such metrics as their number of friends and status updates to those of their peers. Snotty or judgmental messages for some of the teens on Facebook walls have also created a new form of bully or profound psychosocial outcomes. It is widely reported a 15-year-old Massachusetts girl who had been bullied and harassed in person and on Facebook committed suicide last year. What a tragedy. We all can avoid the negative side to using technology. It may take time to adjust, but once you find that you are no longer relying so much on things that take over your duties and have a tendency to fail or be misleading, you will discover life in a whole new way. I myself have come to the realization that even though technology seems to save me time throughout the day, it ends up consuming way too much of the short time I have on Earth. I am currently in the process of withdrawing from this horrible cycle to a more simple and meaningful living, like the good old days. I hope you think about the ways new technology may be invading your lifestyle. I sure don't want to see people walking around like a bunch of zombies 5 years from now. Do you? Thank you.